Hi, my name is Dave, and on Monday I took a little drive. I decided that since I had my portable recorder now, I was going to go ahead and get some audio of an Occupy protest and interview some people at one, just to give you a taste of what I plan on doing with the with my Kickstarter project here. And that being said, I guess there's nothing else to do but to just let it all play out. So here it goes. It is Monday, December 12th, 2011, and I am on the road. I am driving south on Highway 101 from Reedsport, Oregon, my home, to Coos Bay to meet with members of Occupy Coos Bay and possibly people from Medford and Roseburg, Ashland, Eugene, and Curry County. The Curry County contingent, I believe, is the abandoned chapter of Veterans for Peace. So that should be cool to see them there and finally meet up with some other VFP members. They have planned to do a protest outside of the offices of the Port of Coos Bay because they don't really expect to have enough people to actually shut down the port itself. So they are going to be in front of the port offices in solidarity with Occupy Oakland and with the West Coast port shutdown, and also to protest a proposed liquid natural gas and coal export terminal that is being planned for the Port of Coos Bay. So I am just south of Lakeside now, so I am getting close to the range of KBBR, the progressive talk station in North Bend. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now and see if I can't listen to some good radio. And when I got there, I didn't see anybody in the area where the protest was supposed to take place, so I waited for a little bit, and then some people that I could tell were there for the protest showed up. They knew the organizers better than I did, so they figured they were probably in the nearby Cafe 101. So we went in there to see and met a few other people that were there for it. 3 were forest defenders who had come down from Eugene: Grace, Leif, and Johan. And I managed to get some audio with each of them, asking them what they thought was the biggest issue that had driven them to be active. Unfortunately, the audio for Grace didn't turn out well because of road noise, but I did manage to get the chance to talk to... I did manage to get good audio of Leif and Johan, and here's my conversation with Leif, or part of my conversation with Leif. So you don't mind if I'm recording for my podcast and our live radio show?
Not at all.
Cool. So what do you think is, what would you say is the biggest issue that has driven you to be active, or is it just one? Or?
Well, I think that, I think most of the issues are connected, and we have a financial industry, the Federal Reserve System. The Federal Reserve System is part of a larger international banking cartel, and in the United States, the Federal Reserve System, you have 35% of the banks that control the entire monetary system, and it's corrupt. It's the fox guarding the hen house, and it's destroyed our economy. And it's the same banks that are clear cutting the Elliott that are destroying our economy. They're the same banks that finance the destruction of the Elliott. They line their own pockets. Meanwhile, students are in an enormous debt, and under usury. Large percent debt that is just unheard of before.
Right.
And they control the financial industry, and they control our lives, and we're all in debt. Whether you have a penny debt or not, we're paying off that the $7 trillion that was secretly bailed out. In addition to what was publicly stated, what it was recently discovered when Kucinich and Ron Paul. It was watered down. They put forth a bill to audit the Fed, but it was partially audited. Right. And they discovered that $7 trillion. That's a little over $50,000 for every man, woman, and child that lives in the United States. That's insane, and so we're all indebted to paying that off, and it's usury.
But not all of the concerns, not all of the primary concerns were economic. There was also a young gentleman there who was he was an anonymous gentleman wearing a Guy Fawkes mask, and his concern was with his main concern at that time was with the indefinite detention provisions of the the Defense Authorization Act.
For me, it's the Military Authorization Act that just passed Senate.
That was kind of the last straw for you.
Yeah, that unleashed the military, remove one of the cornerstones of freedom. You know, our definition of a free nation says you can free from molestation by the military, free press, democracy, and they just removed one with unleashing the military on the American people. I mean, all the root and toot and hell yeah America people out there, this country is no longer free by our definition.
And Johan pointed out that there were just so many different issues that it was just a large interconnected, just so many reasons basically to be active that it was hard to pick just one. So what do you think is the biggest issue that's caused you to be active?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick just one these days. I feel like pretty much like everything is going in a direction I'm not crazy about, from like the economy to like environmental issues to like increasing like government power, like he said. I don't know, and I don't really see the like really any hope with the Congress or the president or even the courts that there's going to be like any real change. So
just the whole process is too toxic and it's too polluted to get anything good out of it.
The American political system is characterized by gridlock, where just like nothing gets done. Yeah. Like, I don't know. That's pretty much my deal.
And after that, I didn't get very much really good audio or a chance to talk to many people because I was asked if I wanted to hold a Veterans for Peace flag, and since I was there in my uniform, and I went ahead and did that, and I had a great time. It was really fun. Had a lot of people waving, a lot of people honking. Surprisingly few negative reactions, thumbs down or the finger from locals. It's a fairly conservative part of Oregon, that part of the coast, and so I was expecting a lot more negative, and it was actually pretty refreshing to see all the positive reaction there. If you get that kind of positive reaction in Coos Bay, Oregon, it's a pretty safe bet that it's pretty much a nationwide positive reaction, even if people aren't saying so in polls. People understand what the issues are. Maybe not everybody, but a fair number do. And I know that a few people were probably wondering why Veterans for Peace would have been there, and so I know my own reasons why, but I went ahead and I asked a gentleman named Ed, who was from the abandoned contingent of Veterans for Peace, why he thought it was important for the VFP to be there, and this was his reply.
From what I've seen all around the country, all of our small groups have been broken up into fragmented units. We've all been put in a position of working against each other. Any one of us is trying to accomplish. In our case, we want to stop the wars, et cetera, et cetera. What Occupy Wall Street does is gives us an opportunity for all of us to come together. And I thoroughly support Occupy Wall Street. I will do so as a veteran for peace.
So there you have a taste of what this project is going to be like. I will definitely be getting better at interviewing people. I'll have more questions than just that one that I'll be asking, of course. Wherever possible, I will try to get interviews away from the action, where somewhere quiet where we can focus on the conversation, myself and whoever I happen to be interviewing. And I will also try not to be quite as actively involved in in whatever events are going on at the time, so that I can go around and get more audio of the event itself. So if you like what you heard, if you like the possibilities and the potential that this project has, I really would appreciate a pledge in there. And if you can't, tell your friends about it, and we'll see what we can do together here. So in the meantime, take care of each other and watch your six.